Hi Sham, this is your feedback on assignment 2.3. First of all, thank you very much for sharing your exploration of your three tools with me. I found it really interesting, the approach that you've taken, and being in the same school as you has really helped me to understand what it is that you're explaining. One of the things I found really interesting about your aim is that it focuses more on sort of pedagogy with teachers, and I feel that this is a really important aspect of our work to do with digital pedagogies. I've noted in a lot of the literature and the readings that I've come across, the emphasis on teaching and learning, and there's a lot of debate around what this looks like. And I think we do need to really think about what teachers are having and being exposed to in terms of support and guidance. I know OECD 2016, they talk about one of their sections talked about the lack of appropriate strategies to improve teaching practice and pedagogy alongside inadequate professional development for teaching staff. And I think what your focus is quite pertinent to that particular statement. Another aspect of what I talked about with teaching and learning would be Beetham and Sharp 2013, where they take the perspective that the word pedagogy embraces an essential dialogue between teaching and learning, and how important those two things sort of interconnect with each other. So going sort of deeper into what you actually did in terms of evaluating your tools, you looked at 3: professional learning to development, lunchtime one-on-one sessions, and the use of Teacher Hub. I feel you could have been a little bit more specific with your actual pedagogical tools. I feel that these are strategies that the school has. So like professional learning and development is a strategy or a support mechanism for teachers. But I feel that you could have been a little bit more specific in terms of what your actual tools are within that. So knowing and understanding the school context that you're in, I'm able to perhaps offer some feedback suggestions. So for professional learning and development, you could possibly talk about the use of OneNote and the collaboration space. So that's used a lot for teachers to be able to not only contribute to a space, but also to share knowledge and best practice within that space. So they're able to look at information in a digital space anytime, anywhere. But it's also a way of different learning areas being able to share knowledge and expertise very easily, and achieving something that wouldn't be achievable without the use of digital technology. Another thing that you mentioned is the lunchtime one-on-one sessions. Again, I feel like this is a really important strategy and such an important mechanism for teachers to have. But again, you could have been more specific perhaps around the types of tools that might be used or tool that might be used for that particular purpose. That could possibly be a focus on the fact that that is very much a responsive strategy. So it's not necessarily a specific tool, but that tool, different pedagogical tools are discussed depending on what support is needed. So one week, one teacher might turn up and need some help with Teams, another teacher might need some help with Google Sites, but you could have still talked about the specific tools, I felt, within that context. The use of Teacher Hub. Again, that really, I guess, Teacher Hub is a OneNote software, and that's been set up so that teachers have got sort of a one-stop place to go. And the focus there, or the purpose behind that, is really, around minimizing the amount of information, the information searching that happens, and teachers sort of spending time having to look for things. You've talked about OneNote in here, and I think it's really important that you have mentioned what the actual software is, but I guess you could also look at that further in terms of it's multifunctional in terms of its pedagogies. It offers, differentiation, co-construction opportunities, collaborative opportunities, and also it's multifaceted, so that you can look at different aspects and look at different ways of accessing information. So I think my main sort of feedback really is just to, when you are choosing one to look further into, I think the Teacher Hub has a lot of potential in terms of you being able to really explore the pedagogical aspects and the pedagogical enhancements that would be enabled with the use of OneNote and it being used as a Teacher Hub. But I think you do need to be very specific about the particular features and the functions of the software and how they could be used to enhance teaching and learning. So thanks again for sharing your work with me. I look forward to getting your feedback and have a great day. Thanks.